Hey, have you voted today? Go to espn.com/infinity. I need your vote. Do it now. Thank you. Willis has been around the block, and the one thing that he's done an outstanding job of is he and his staff recruiting. One of the great challenges of recruiting is when you take over a program that has not been ultra successful, is to convince young men that the program is something they want to be a part of, and those young men and their families' beliefs in him and his staff has shown, and they've got tremendous talent. And then to have veterans and to have them grow, and I was a part of a team at one point in my career as an assistant. We won 6 games one year in the first year of taking over, and the next year we won 20. And there's tremendous value in experience. There's tremendous value in being in the same program and understanding it. And those kids are all bought in. They're connected. There's tremendous togetherness. That's evident, and they play the right way. And so Willis has done an outstanding job of molding that team and putting that team together, and it's no surprise they're in the position they're in. I think anytime you go on the road in any conference, I don't care what time, where it's at, you've got to play well. You've got to execute. You've got to rebound the basketball, and then you got to fight. And I think that's the one thing that they deserved to win the game last year. They outfought us. They played with more passion and more desire to win than we did in that basketball game, and that has not happened in many nights to us. And I expect this to be a good, hard-fought. Two teams understand what's on the line. Two teams are mature. We have upperclassmen, and so I think it's what a good conference basketball game should be against two very good teams, and we're all striving for the same thing. So how the outcome comes out is who knows, because it's what happens when you get two teams hooking it up and going at it, and I expect that to happen. I don't worry about any one player. I think they have a multitude of guys. I think they're very similar to us. I think they've had 5 or 6 guys that have led them in scoring. I don't worry about one guy scoring. I think they're a good basketball team. I think they have a multitude of guys that are very capable of having big nights. I think that we have to be dialed in to certain tendencies that they have. I think we have to be strong with the basketball. I think we have to rebound the basketball. All the things that are very, very important to winning, not just at home, but especially on the road. And they've got very good players. And Thomas has been a very, very effective basketball player in the early part of this season, and we've got to be dialed into him. But you sure can't forget about Duvier and Ali and Pye and for that matter Kilgore, and it goes right on down the list. And I would think that they're probably thinking the same thing about us, because we've had 6 guys lead us in scoring at different times. So, I think you throw all that stuff out and you line up and you execute and you do what you do, and throw in a wrinkle or two, and then we'll both see who plays the hardest and competes. My 30 years of experience, I think it's execution, it's effort, it's intensity, and ultimately it's both teams have good players who can make plays, and I think a lot of times it just comes down to that. But we've got to execute. There's no question about it. We turned the ball over, an inordinate amount of times in the ball game there last year, and again, it was their desire to want to win was greater than ours that day, and That's what I'm the most concerned with our team. I'm really one of those guys, and I don't put any more emphasis on one game in an 18-game marathon than I do any other. I was as concerned about Lamar coming in here after the Sam game, just simply based on emotion, it's one game in the schedule. It's two good basketball teams. I expect both teams to be ready and prepared, and whatever, we got beat there last year. I think we won 9 in a row, and it's part of what happens in conference play. So, if we go down and play, it'll be, I hope it's with great effort and passion, and nothing. I don't get too riled up about. It's about us doing our job, and that's the approach we take, is trying to be everyday guys and have that same consistent work ethic and passion every day.